Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. It is time for our 5th run of Dungeon Explorer for the NEC TurboGrafx 16 and PC Engine. I am playing this game for the 5th time, imagine that! I have beaten this game before as the fighter, the elf, the warlock, and the bishop. And now I'm going to be playing as a 5th class that I have yet to touch until now. And that's the class that I'm going to be touching. So the witch has magic curing and alleviator for the white and black magic. Magic curing obviously heals. Alleviator does a random amount of damage to all enemies, and as you can see, pretty even in stats except for strength, but there's going to be a glaring weakness that we're going to be starting with, and it's one that I'm not really particularly fond of. Anyway, the game is the same as before. You are in the land of Odessia, and the ancient and mysterious Aura Stone has been stolen. And it's been stolen by all these aliens, all these wicked, evil monsters who want to use this stone. They basically want this stone so that they can take over the entire country and, of course, eventually the world. And word of this has come far, and a visitor has come to town and offered the troubled king of Odessia some help with this, and we are that visitor. And as you can see here, this can be multiplayer fun. You are running around in a top-down Zelda-style perspective where you are shooting down monsters and using magic, kind of like Gauntlet. This is basically the closest that the PC Engine / TurboGrafx 16 had to a Gauntlet-style game. And I've had fun with it 4 times. Now it's time to have fun with it for a 5th. So let's go ahead and press the run button. And here we are in the land of Odessia. Here are some of the people we could play as, but I doubt we'll be playing as any of them. I've already beaten the game with a few of them. And here we are in the tavern. Welcome. How many persons would like to play? Push run and I'll hold for up to 5 players. And don't release until the proper number is shown, which is shown by the numbers of OKs that pop up. So if you have 2 OKs, it's 2-player, 3 is 3-player, 4 is 4-player, 5 is 5-player. You can have up to 5 players with a multi-tap, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be very, very fun if you play it with more than 2 people. Anyway, we can insert a password, or we can choose member to start a brand new game with the class of our choice. And we can use up and down on the D-pad and button 1 to make our choice. We have the fighter, the thief, the warlock, the witch, the bard, the bishop, the elf, and the gnome, which is misspelled with the K, as it has been mentioned before, because translation. Anyway, as I mentioned before, I will be playing as the witch, and as soon as we play as the witch, I have 12 hit points. That's not exactly the most fun thing in the world. So you move around with the D-pad. Button 2 lets you attack. Don't want to attack the tavern keeper. 1 lets you use your white magic and or black magic, depending on what you have highlighted with a little red arrow down there at your little window at the bottom of the screen. Select lets you switch between white and black magic, and the run button lets you switch between the status, the level, and the password in the center screen of the status bar at the bottom of the screen. As you do things, this password will change. And of course, you can see how your stats are when you check up status. And you'll see your current level and your maximum hit points on level. I'm going to keep it on status for my own safety. I usually have a good idea of what my max hit points are. But anyway, it's time to leave the tavern, so let's just go through that little opening there. The tavern that we just came out of is the inn. If we ever need to heal up all of our hit points, we can just go there. And whenever you start a new game or continue a previous one, you'll always start in the tavern. And once you leave the tavern, you will be in town. Unlike other games, you only talk to people as soon as you enter their house, as they only have 1 or 2 lines of dialogue. As we'll find out here. The king anxiously awaits you. Go to Axe's castle and meet him in the rear room. Axe's castle is just to the north to us, and it's pretty easy to get to the king. So yeah, you can just press button 2 to just show all the text that will fit in the box at once, or you can press button 1 to go through it just a little bit faster. Our country's ancient book tells of a colored crystal. Use it to increase power. Remember that for later. There are many treasures hidden among the enemy. Use them to help you fight. And there's a few places that we can go to for information, but we will ultimately have to head to the castle. There's a few houses over here. Let's go ahead and look at them. The devil himself is Natas. He looks for the aura. Death will follow if he finds it. Natas. That's Satan spelled backwards. I mean, it's pretty obvious. The king seems different since the devil appeared. He always worries about Odessia. And I did not mean to attack you, not like it really matters. Anyway, we now have to get to the castle and talk to the king. Let's just go through the center opening here, and then go up the stairs, and we will meet the king. Welcome, brave one. I've waited a long time for you. Your mission awaits you. You know the magic aura stone. Anyone who obtains a stone will have the power to rule the world. You must find the aura stone and bring it back to me. However, if the devil finds the stone first, he will wreak havoc on us all. Go to the locked dungeon in the south of the castle. My man Judas is waiting there for you. So we have an evil demon whose name spell is Satan spelled backwards, and we have a guy named Judas. A name that is known for pretty obvious reasons. I don't think I like my chances. Before you go, here is some special magic you will need to fight the enemy. And we have 1 white magic charge and 1 black magic charge. By finding bottles with the W, you'll get more charges for your white magic. And finding a skull with a B on it will give you another charge for your black magic. Whenever you defeat a boss, you can always come back here to the throne room to find out what you need to do next. You'll also get a free white charge and a free black charge. So keep that in mind, because you're going to need as much magic as you can get. As mentioned before, I've already mentioned the witch's magic. The witch's white magic is magic curing, which is a healing spell. You cast that, you heal yourself. And black magic is alleviator, which does a random amount of damage to all on-screen enemies. I will more likely be using magic curing more than alleviator. Just putting that out there. Anyway, let's go over here, destroy the slime, and talk to the person inside this house. The locked dungeon is near. Head west to find Melba Village. Danger awaits. And we are going to have a time going through here. As soon as you go down the stairs, you'll be in the dungeon, and you'll meet Judas. I am Judas. The king has sent me to tell you that Bulbeast is near and mad. Ah! Don't destroy that. Don't destroy that either. Don't destroy that either. Don't really want to... Yeah. Ick. I did not want to be hit by the enemies here because I only have 12 hit points. I don't feel like healing at any point until I reach Bulbeast. Can you find the Aura Stone in a country so big? Our fate lies with your success. And there we go. We have went back to our maximum HP of 12. Just by going to the tavern, we are at less than maximum health. What? You haven't found him yet? Try another way. Well, there's only one way. Anyway, stairs leading up, take you up. Stairs leading down, take you down. And we can't go that way yet. If we try to push that rock, it'll just get caught between ourselves and Judas there. So Judas is kind of blocking the path and kind of acting as a plot wall of sorts. So let's just go down here. And I wanted that. Thank you, game. The blue bottle is an enemy repellent that keeps enemies away for a short amount of time. And I'm glad I got that because enemies can be a little hard to deal with. Now, thankfully, we have plenty of our attack strength. Come on! There's the black magic charge. The slimes will give us white. These guys will give us black. And the more magic charges we have, the easier we're going to have, easier of a time we're going to have here. Definitely don't want to get damaged because it is easy to get destroyed here. And enemies can drop stuff. Besides magic charges, they can drop items such as battle axes and winged boots and stuff that can increase our stats. And also things like the repellent that, well, keeps enemies away briefly, as well as magic rings that gives us 20 HP over our maximum, giving us a little more of a chance. Fat chance I'm going to find one here, but you never know. And finally, you can find a mirror that kind of gives you a reflective shot. Also, we're not going to be able to get these winged boots yet. We are going to have to find another way to get to those, though. Anyway, let's go through these doors and be careful. Want to be careful with the eyes. They can poison you and they can give you a hard time. And wing boots, I'll take them. And if I can off-screen these guys. I said if I can off-screen these guys. I'm not going to off-screen these guys, am I? I'm not going to off-screen these guys. Yeah, you don't want too many enemies on screen because they can be a pain in the butt. And they can eventually unleash a blue fireball enemy, which if it touches you does a lot of damage. So you want to watch out for that. And there's a battle axe, which increases our attack. So we have 4 stats. There's agility, which is our movement speed. There is attack, which is the speed that our attacks go in. By pressing and holding button 2, you can perform your usual regular gauntlet style attack, as opposed to button 1, which lets you cast the magic. Strength is how hard your button 2 attack hits, and intelligence indicates how well your spells will work. Spoiler alert, we're not going to heal much with magic curing at this rate. Also, I want to get rid of that first. And I want to get rid of many of these enemy spawners as possible. So obviously these little red circles are the enemy spawners. You want to get rid of them as soon as you can. Because the less you have, the less monsters are going to pop up, obviously. And by taking out enemies, You won't have to deal with the blue flame enemy, and you also don't have to worry about getting surrounded. Now, there are two types of rocks. These with the cracks can be destroyed with your button to attack. The ones that don't have the cracks, you have to push them in order to move them around. That crown there will increase our intelligence if we grab it. So I'm going to grab it. Push this over. Ah. Well, thankfully, we can just move those out of the way and reset them. You can off-screen things to reset them, and you can also off-screen monsters to get rid of them in case there's a ton of monsters in the area at once and you don't want to fight them all off. Anyway, we are now at Bulbeast. I'm going to read the dialogue, but I'm going to be silent for this. So, here we go. I am Bulbeast. Who dares to trespass in my dungeon? You fool! Prepare to die. Okay, so to face Bulbeast, Bulbeast will chase you around. He'll always run towards you, and you have to run around the room, and you also have to avoid getting hit as little as possible. When you're playing as the witch, you want to keep your white potions ready. You will need 4 to heal to full strength, and you will need to heal as you're moving away from him. You also want as much distance between you and Bulbeast whenever possible, so that way, when you attack him, you can get as much attacks in as you can. Bulbeast will always attack like you when using his little projectiles, and he also always shoots diagonally. While that's a good thing to know, avoiding his attacks can be easier said than done. And that's why I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of white potions, and also why I wanted to come in here with full HP. And lo and behold, we did it. I was afraid that if I said something, I'd lose all concentration and I'd just lose one of my lives. Those little flower-looking things at the top of the status bar at the bottom of the screen, the things that look like flowers, little red flowers, those are actually your continues. You have only 5 continues, and in the case of a multiplayer game, you and your friends are sharing all of those continues. So if you lose all those continues and you die, or if you and all of your friends die, it's game over, and you're going back to the last password that you used. Anyway, by defeating Bulbeast, we have a crystal. This is the crystal that one of the townspeople mentioned. It switches between 4 colors: orange, cyan, purple, and green. If you pick it up when it's orange, you'll increase your agility. If you pick it up while it's cyan, you'll increase your attack speed. If you pick it up while it is purple, you'll increase your attack strength. And also your HP a little more, I think. I'm not quite sure. But it does increase your attack strength if you pick it up when it's purple. And if you pick it up while it's green, it will increase your intelligence. I'm going to pick it up while it is green, so I can, or rather purple, so I can get a bunch of hit points. I would much rather have 28 than 12. And by picking up the crystal, we now have level 2. We went up a level. This is how you increase levels in the game. By beating up bad guys and taking the crystals. It's also how you increase your stats too. I don't know why I said statistic. I should just say stats. Anyway, we have no choice but to go up, but as we do, I want to pick up the magic charges here. I want to get the boots. And I want to beat up the enemies that are around here just to be a little bit on the safe side. I mean, I might as well. You never know. Though fat chance I'll probably pick something up this way. And that pushing the rocks takes us all the way over here. Takes us all the way back, where you can go back up. Judas will no longer be in the way. So, we can push this rock, and we can get ourselves some more magic charges. And we can go down those stairs that are in the upper left corner. But I have been playing for long enough for an introductory video, and I also want to go back to the king to find out what to do next. Oh, you did not find the aura yet? Then go through to the west of Lock Dungeon and enter Melba Village. However, be careful. The terrible Gutworm lives there. Before you go, here are some special magic you will need to fight the enemy. And we have another white charge and black charge, which I definitely wanted and needed. And before I do anything else, I want to go to the tavern. If you come in here while you have full HP, the tavern keeper will tell you not to drink so much, and that they kind of need you sober in order to save Odessia. So keep that in mind. Yeah, going to the tavern while at full health doesn't really do much. Anyway, we have defeated Bulbeast against some supposedly insurmountable odds, and we can now head towards Melba Village. And we will be doing that in the next video. So join me next time where we head towards Melba Village and fight the Gutworm. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!